Hello, I'm Captain Zarback. We're here to show off our new fire engine here at Station 84. On my left is Rob Osterman. He's an engineer paramedic with the El Dorado Hills Fire Department. On my right, Stephen Gove. He's a firefighter paramedic. I hope you enjoy the tour of the engine, and we look forward to providing years of service to the El Dorado Hills community. All right, so we'll begin the tour of our new engine. Come follow me and we'll check things out on the inside. This is where I sit over here as the captain. This engine, like all the other engines in our fire department, have an MDC. The MDC allows us to get information from our dispatch. It shows us some information about where the call is, how to get there. It has a mapping program. It also has a hydrant layer where we can see where the hydrants are located in relationship to where the call is. There's also multiple radios up top. It allows us to talk to different jurisdictions and different agencies across the area. So as the captain, one of my responsibilities when responding to a call is helping the engineer navigate to the call safely, also at the same time clearing intersections for traffic. We also have the radios I mentioned before mounted up above. Allows us to communicate with multiple radios with multiple frequencies. So one of the other things you might see when the firefighters are driving around is you see us wearing these headsets, and they're called Firecom headsets, and they actually allow us to talk to each other. It blocks out the noise from the sirens and the road. It also allows us to hear the radio traffic more clearly. So that's why you're seeing us driving around with these headsets on.
Hi, I'm Engineer Rob. I'm here to walk you through some of the features of our new engine. So over here, our new engine. It is a 2020 Pierce Enforcer. Amazing machine. It is going to provide us with a lot of capabilities for the years to come. It is about 10.5 feet tall. I know it may not look like that from right here, but on the other side you'll see. It's about 30 feet long, and it's about 23 tons, which is about 46,000 pounds. So it's pretty heavy going down the road. But even with all that, it's got a ton of good safety features. So one of the modern safety features right up here is the HAAS system. And that is an accident avoidance system. It'll alert other fire engines and emergency apparatus of our location as we approach intersections. Another special feature about this fire engine is it's a Type 1 engine, but it's also designed for wildland urban interface. So much like the area around here in El Dorado Hills with the hills, the vegetation, and the homes, this one is designed with a little bit shorter wheelbase so we can turn easier, and it's designed with a little bit higher angle of approach and angle of departure. So some of the more rural access points it allows us to get into and out of safely. All right, so we're here in the cab now. This is my little cockpit area. I've got all kinds of controls that allow me to turn on my Code 3 lights, and I've got all kinds of bright scene lights that can help light up the night for when it's really dark out. I've got a mechanical or electronic siren. I've got an air horn and a mechanical horn, or the growler horn, which is the really loud one that most people hear when we're going up and down the streets. All right, right here we have our Pierce Command Zone. It's essentially a data center. It gives me all kinds of information. On this screen, it tells me what my fuel, my diesel exhaust fluid, and how many people I have sitting in this apparatus, and if they're seat belted or not. I can scroll between screens. I can get to a backup camera. Down here, it's hard to see. And also right here, I have pump controls. So one allows me to pump water while I'm driving, and the other one allows me to pump lots of water while I'm stationary and standing still. All right, well that's it for inside the cab here. Let's go take a look around the engine and check out the pump panel. We're over here by the pump panel, and this is where some of the major work happens. So we've got this, our pump is right behind here, and this is rated for a 1,500 gallons per minute pump, so it can move a lot of water. And we're very fortunate to have hydrants in this area, so we have access to lots of water to help put out fires. All throughout here, I've got my controls as to where I can send water to, and this is where I get water coming into the engine, or the pump intake. Along with that, something modern piece of equipment that we have here is this has an electronic pressure governor. So as pressure fluctuations come in from the hydrant or whatever water source is coming in the engine, this pressure governor can handle it and make sure that the firefighter on the end of the nozzle is not going to get hurt. All right, so let's take a look at now at some of the compartments around the fire engine. This one right here is what we call the engineer's compartment, and it has lots of some extra hose, tools, and appliances that I will use to help make sure I can connect the hoses together, or give these nozzles to the firefighters if they need any change in their nozzles. Moving on to this next compartment, we have our rope rescue gear. We have a rescue pack to rescue downed firefighters in the event of a hurt firefighter on an incident. And we have some basic PPE for ourselves here. Last compartment on this side, we have salvage covers. These help protect your personal belongings in the event of a fire in your house. We'll put these over your belongings to protect them from water and debris. We've got some series of some step chocks for vehicle extrication, traffic cones, some fire extinguishers, and an ice chest full of ice water for when we're working real hard and we need to rehydrate. All right, now we're walking around to the back of the fire engine. As you can see, it's got lots of lights, make it nice and bright and visible to everyone. We've got some compartments down here. We carry a toolbox with some tools to help on the scene. We've got a bright LED scene lamp. And importantly, back here we have our Wildland hose. So if there's a vegetation fire, our firefighters can pack up with these Wildland hose and get to where the fire is to put it out. Up here we have all of our hose. This is where we carry our LDH, or large diameter hose. This is our 3-inch diameter hose. And then we have some 2-inch and 3/4 bundles. And we have a 2.5-inch hose pre-connect that's pre-plumbed to provide another fire attack hose, but with more water than the 1 3/4 inch.
Hi there, my name is Firefighter Go, and I'm here to show you my side of the engine. Here, you'll find all of our medical equipment. We'll start with the most important thing, our Lucas device. This device here does compressions for anyone that is under cardiac arrest. Then I'll move to our monitor, the second most important piece of equipment here. Right here, I can read your heart rate, your blood pressure, your pulse ox, and even deliver electricity to your heart in case it is needed. Here we have our oxygen bag, which has high-level oxygen and different breathing masks. Here in our drug box, we have medications that could slow down your heart rate, speed up your heart rate, or even help someone in case they have an allergic reaction. Moving to our second compartment here is all the firefighters' dream tools, from Wildland hand tools to the McLeod, the shovel, Pulaski. We even have sledgehammers, chainsaws, the irons is what we call them, which is a flathead axe and a Halligan. And that's all we got in there. Next, our compartment here is what we call our extrication equipment. This is where you hear the jaws of life, or our combi tool here with the Homatro power plant. We also have a Sawzall, a come along, and some lockout equipment we use frequently. Here, this is more of Robbie's side. You know him, he uses all the hose and gets the water into the engine, but right here, this is my realm. Oh, I gotta make that look more graceful. This is our fire hose that Robbie was talking about that we would pull in case we do have a fire and we need to put water quickly. And this is also a fun little compartment with some bolt cutters, a New York hook, some brushes, some brooms, and a vehicle lockout tagout. Last but not least, the most important seat in the house is my seat. This is where I sit and where all the work gets done on the fire engine. One unique feature about this fire engine is our ladder rack. I will demonstrate now how we lower and access our ladders. One benefit of the ladder rack is the ergonomics. We don't have to reach high and grab these expensive, heavy ladders, and we could also do this with a 2-person carry at the same time. It also allows a lot more storage space in the fire engine for fire hose, fire equipment, and space for all of our gear.
Thanks for doing all the work, Stephen.
You're welcome. You know what? Let's go for a ride. Safety first, guys. Make sure everyone has their seatbelts on.